Hello, welcome back. Today's lesson is about question tags. I put some statements on the board here. These are not questions. You're coming to the party. But if I want to make this into a question, I put what's called a question tag at the end. How do you make a question tag? Well, first of all, if there are two verbs in the sentence, like there are right here, are and coming, you take the first verb, and then you put it after a comma. You are coming to the party, and you make it opposite, which is negative. Here it's positive, you are. Here it has to be negative, you say aren't. And then you repeat the subject, aren't you? And that changes everything into a question. You're coming to the party, aren't you? Second one here, I also have two verbs, can and stay. So I'm going to say, can't he? Can't he? He can stay with us, can't he? I think maybe you found a new puppy, just brought a new puppy home, and he's homeless, and you say to your mother, he can stay with us, can't he? Please, please, please. He can stay with us, can't he? We shouldn't make noise, should we? Should we? Makes it into a question. We shouldn't make noise, should we? And they haven't finished yet, have they? So this is present perfect here. The first verb is have, so I need to repeat that. So the first verb, have, becomes haven't, which is negative, becomes the opposite, have. Shouldn't, which is negative, becomes the opposite, should. Can, which is positive, becomes the negative, can't. You are, which is positive, becomes the negative, aren't. So if you repeat after me, you're coming to the party, aren't you? He can stay with us, can't he? We shouldn't make noise, should we? They haven't finished yet, have they? Now, besides double verbs, there's also cases where you have single verbs. For example, the verb be. So, you are my best friend. When you have the verb be, you have to repeat the verb be at the end of the sentence. Now, just like over there, when this is positive, this has to be negative. So it's going to be aren't you? With a question mark. You're my best friend, aren't you? She plays the piano. I only have one verb right here. Now when you have the present tense, what you have to do is use the verb do or does. So when it's she, of course it's going to be does. If this were we, then it's going to be do, and he is going to be does, and they are going to be do. Does she? Okay. She plays the piano, does she? Whoops, I made that. This is positive. This should be negative right here. Doesn't she? She plays the piano, doesn't she? They arrived before us. This is simple past tense with an ed here. So after this one, I'm going to say didn't. So again, I make it negative. Didn't they? With a question mark. They arrived before us, didn't they? And the one and only exception to this rule is when you have the verb am here. And when I was a boy, my parents tried to teach me to say, am I not? But nobody that I knew said, am I not? Everybody just says, aren't I? I'm first, aren't I? And now, many, many years later, this is considered correct. Okay, I was right, Mom and Dad. See, I was right. I'm first, aren't I? So let's repeat these. Ready? You're my best friend, aren't you? She plays the piano, doesn't she? They arrived before us, didn't they? I'm first, aren't I? And that's today's lesson on question tags. Bye for now.